Mommy's with the maggots now.
Action.
Well, firstly, I got to say, I watched Evil Dead Rise yesterday. Still traumatized. So
Yeah, it's really fun because we're doing interviews with people that have just seen it, and it's like you all kind of have a look on your face like you just got off a roller coaster of like, oh my God, that was awful, but also really amazing. It's really fun watching you all.
Not to put words in your mouth, but it's amazing, right?
Yeah, you really liked it, didn't you? Isn't it such a good film, and we're so great in it? Yeah.
look, I've just got to wait until the nightmares stop, and I keep waking up in a cold sweat, screaming. So as soon as I get past that,
Okay, great.
able to assess the film. But seriously though, were there times on set where you guys were thinking, this is seriously f***ed up?
No, it was just a normal day at the office.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm being very sarcastic.
You are.
You take it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we shot in chronological order, so it got more and more up as we went. So it was actually that kind of novelty of being like, what's happening today, kids? And they're like, blood everywhere. And like, entrails of bodies or whatever.
I think I collected also like different injuries along the way. And when you're a deadite, nothing really kills you. So yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I found being scrappy? You were like the dancer side. I was elbows and knees pretending to be weak, which is just,
Oh, that's interesting.
just scrappy useless.
And so it's
Useless, but you're not useless, darling. You will chainsaw like no other.
Thanks, babe.
Yeah.
Did you pick up any actual injuries?
Yeah, for sure. I
Probably covered in bruises.
covered like black and blue. We're both quite pale, so translucent.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, at one point I had to roll under the roller door closing, and I was like, "Yeah, I got this." Like Stu would always build me up. The stun, he'd be like, "You got this, Lil." And I was like, "Yeah." Had the stun gun and just went to roll under the roller door as it's got like a little bit left, and just smacked the gun right into my shin and just had the giant egg on my leg. And obviously, there's no stopping. Like film productions, I'll have you know, there's no stopping. You're like, no matter. But I just remember, I was just bleeding, and then I was covered in blood, so it didn't matter, did it?
The fake blood hid the real blood.
Totally.
Yeah. I had a good egg on my forehead because I banged my head on the camera. Oh, my God.
Getting all up in the camera.
I had a little bump on my face.
So good.
And so, Alyssa, what was the most memorable scene for you to shoot on this production?
Oh, it's a good question. They're all so memorable, but for different reasons. There's a sequence in the hallway that that just like it was so fun. Because I can't really spoil anything. But that was just like, I think maybe the moment that I realized just how absurd and over the top the film is. Because I feel like that's kind of where it starts, and it doesn't.
Over.
Yeah, and it just speeds up from there on out.
Yeah.
That sequence in the hallway was really fun.
And how about for you, Lily? Was there one scene in particular that really kind of sticks with you?
I mean, maybe like a giant ton of blood coming down a slippery slide and being taken out and smacked against the wall and pretending to. I mean, also even being dunked into the elevator of blood that obviously fills up, which all really happens. And you're like, another day, which you actually float in. The prosthetic blood, I had to have 38 kilos strapped to me, have a 9-year-old child, and then claustrophobic, like be dipped into a tank, that's 6-month-old blood. And we spent about 5 hours in it without going to the toilet, which was impressive.
Are you sure?
Wow.
Nell probably went to the toilet.
Oh, yeah.
I probably also went to the toilet.
Yeah. I think Lily
Wetsuits, same as the surf, mate. It's all the same.
Yeah, wow. Well, this segues beautifully into my next question.
Okay.
I thought that was off topic.
No. And so wait to hear the question. No, it's so, and I know it's not the responsibility of you guys as actors, but can you give me an idea of how you go about, or how the production goes about looking after Nell Fisher, a young kid in a movie like this?
I mean,
A lot
obviously,
of prep.
so much prep.
Yeah.
Also, it's just a team effort. Making a movie is such a team effort. And I think as a young child to see that camaraderie of adults and how playful a life can be, and see the arts and see all the different departments, see the collaboration, I feel like it was quite an enchanting time. And also for the young one. But like also just finding
Quite a rite of passage to do an Evil Dead film at 9.
at 9.
Here's what she said to me. Open up now.
You don't look so good, Mom.
Nothing a big old kiss from you won't fix.
She was more professional than us.
She was way more professional than us, if you couldn't tell. Yeah. we prepped her a
like,
lot.
Billy, action. They're called action. I'd be like, oh my God. So
Yeah. Yeah. We all had to be quiet while she was getting ready as well.
Oh yeah, get in the zone.
Yeah.
And let out a little, I would always like let out a big scream to like kind of just shoot up adrenaline when you'd just be really tired, just to kind of get there quicker as opposed to actually imagining you're about to die. And then like Nell would be next to me and like it was the cutest day where it would just be like coming of age for Nell being like, I've changed my process. My process now. And she'd be this little mini me covered in blood and we both just let out these screams. And
Wow. And so, Alyssa, for you, because your character in this film is, I don't know, how should I put this? Complicated. Like her motivations are a little complicated. So, like, how do you, from a performance perspective, like, you know, how do you take it from, you know, reality, which is here, to at times you getting to a kind of a level of heightened reality that is just
Yeah.
like,
To me, it's like I took it from, I'm looking at someone who's incredibly psychopathic with supernatural abilities. So I kind of focused on like, well, what makes a psychopath? Where does that come from? And I just looked at it as tapping into rage and filling it up with rage. And where do I have rage from my staff? And sort of tapping into that is kind of the basis of where I went with it. But then working with Lee was amazing. He was so great at making me feel confident in the character to try things and go all over the place. So, you know, I changed it up as much as I could on set, and we had a very similar sense of taste as well, and we both agreed when we liked to take and we liked the direction that it was heading. But yeah, I think, does that answer the question? I don't know.
yeah, it does perfectly. And so, do you guys like scary movies? Would you watch them if you had a choice? You're sitting down on the couch at home.
I go and see every horror at the cinema. It's like, it's one of the joys. My mum, since I was young, has always taken me to see horrors. I love them.
No, I've been really scared. No, I mean, I know it doesn't look like it in this film,
But being in one is so different than watching
being
one.
one and being the monster in one is so
Totally.
because I'm not the one that has to be scared the whole time. But watching them, I really struggle with it. I'm the kind of person that like any noise that I hear in the middle of the night is someone coming in to kill me.
Yeah.
It's just what that is.
I keep calling this a black comedy to my friends. I'm like, it's a black like, I think I'm slightly desensitized. I'm like, it's hilarious. It's a black comedy.
It's really funny.
It is really funny.
It is really
But
funny. I
still
giggle
people
all the
like,
way through
I don't think
This
so. Like,
is
that's
comedy. Comedies are back.
still the comedy.
Yeah.
Trick everyone to go see this comedy. Come on,
Yeah.
cinema near you, April 20th.
You should try seeing it in a cinema by yourself at like a screening like I do.
So weird.
Very creepy. Very creepy.
Yeah, you loved it.
Yes. And so for you guys, like, you know, could you see yourself becoming like Jamie Lee Curtis scream queens, or are you happy to kind of move out of this genre to other things?
One and done.
Nah, I'm like adrenaline rush now. Like regular dramas seem kind of boring. I'm like, where's the fun? I mean, minus the torture side of it and covered in blood.
So
Just give me weapons. You know what I mean? Like, she's a bit more of a clumsy hero, so I'd like to be a more athletic hero next time.
Nice.
Less Lily, more like smoke and mirrors, you know?
Oh yeah. I think you do that though. The way you pick up the chainsaw and you hold is so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. When I
Love
first
the way-
saw it, I was like, yes.
we can't give away any spoilers, but definitely, the chainsaw, that's all we need to say.
Yep.
This franchise, just say chainsaw, they get
Yep.
Yeah.
it. Guys, it has been such a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you.
Like when I'm curled up in the fetal position at 2 o'clock in the morning, I've been thinking about this interview, remembering it's not real. It's not real.
Not real.